Yo, what's up, guys? So, I'm going to talk about Kindred marks one time. It's going to be a kind of short video, but I think it just needs to be established. And I'm going to give you, basically I'm going to talk about Kindred marks. I'm going to talk about ways you can, play for them. Because I have a certain, way of playing for them consistently in solo queue. It's the reason why I have a lot of marks no matter what elo I play in. Of course, in Challenger, when I play there, sometimes it's a bit harder to do it, but usually it will work if the game is in a good position for me. You know, sometimes, yeah, you just can't play, but that's in higher MMR because they actually play the game a lot better. But you can get away with it a lot in every elo, pretty much. So the first thing we should establish is where are kindred marks in the first place. So when you have 0 marks, the only places a kindred mark can be is the crab. And I'm doing this by heart because I already know this by heart because that's the first thing I focused on when I play kindred. So it is good to understand at all times, and it should be instant. You should know, oh, it's over here. You shouldn't need to think about it that much. But yeah, the first one will always be on crab. And yeah, of course you can get kills without getting camps, but this is specifically for if you're attacking the camps to get marks, because sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you can't always get kills, the mark kills, or maybe you get 1 out of the 4, but it's not it just depends on the game. My point is, yeah, the 1 to 3 mark, the only places this could be marked is crab, raptors, and gromp. These are the only camps that can mark. For example, if 2 out of the 3 camps are marked in the 1 to 3, what happens? It's a 50-50. Literally a 50-50. Just like how the first crab spawn, either one's marking, it's a 50-50. On God, we go on our knees and pray, please give me the mark. Every game, every kindred player knows what I'm talking about for the crowd we pass here. So the next one is 427. 427 is a lot more fun, I would say, but it's red buff, red or blue buff, and then it is wolves and Krugs. So these are the camps I'll mark. I'll give you a tip right now. When I'm blue side, I love playing for the Krug camp. I think it's very easy to play for, in my opinion. You're away from dual lane, so it's not that complicated, that messy of a fight you need to take, right? So if you're playing for these Krugs, or let's say wolves, this is in it's very much away from the whole map, pretty much, only top lane really. And if your top lane is not getting completely shit on, you just play for this, and you're being chilling actually. So yeah, I love playing for your Krugs. And then the red buff usually, or the buffs in general, usually you fight for them a good amount of time. You're fighting 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4, whatever the case may be. Now, when you're 8+ marks, the only thing that can mark is neutral objectives. So yeah, it's pretty insane if you get you get to 8 marks pretty fast in the game, because you guys, I mean, the game is revolves around objectives. So you just keep playing for objectives and you get more and more marks. But you know, not every game is like that. But yeah, it's all dragons, heralds, oh well, heralds. There's one herald. Baron. Yeah, for dragons it also counts Elder Dragon. For FYI. Oh yeah, Autocon. Dude, how do you spell this objective? I think it's that. Autocon. Okay. So now that we established where they are marked, now let's think about playing for them, okay? So God, did I mess it up on the Okay, looks good. Okay, so now my in-game, when I play Kindred, very often, you just play to clear a good amount of time, and you will play for a crab, right? And off chance you get an early kill, get an early kill. I think this one's very consistent. Like, you're playing for a crab, and you hope it gets marked, okay? Or maybe you get off a kill. Now, once you get the first mark, because I think getting the first mark is, there's nothing really to talk about, honestly. Like, you get it or you don't. Like, because that's, you need the first mark to start the snowball, like to start the mark process. Like, if you never get the first mark, like, how are you supposed to play for camps, really? Like, you need to get a kill, a marked kill, or you need to get the crab. It's one or the other, simple as it is. So when you hit the first mark, let's just do it here. First mark game plan. Now you want to think about multiple camps already. You want to think about this camp and this camp. I'm talking about if you're blue side, so you can think about that in reverse, right? Like if you're red side. The easiest camp to play for usually is the Raptor camp on both sides of the map. Why? Because you just play with your mid laner. If you guys ever heard me speak about like who to play with a lot, I usually talk about playing with your support a lot and talking with your mid laner a lot, because both these roles are the most important roles for jungle. Is considered the 3-man. If you guys don't have a good 3-man, usually the map will generally crumble slowly, because like you guys are losing, or you're like, they're just bad, or whatever the reason is. It could be many reasons end of the day. So you want to usually play with your jungle, with your mid laner or your supports. The only time where you will actually think about playing with your top laner is usually, for me personally, is when he's on a tank. Because Kindred at the end of the day needs multiple things. He needs a frontliner. Kindred needs a frontliner. Yeah, frontliner. He needs a frontliner plus an engager, which usually is a support role, by the way. And he needs like a backline, a backline carry. Like at least one backline carry, which is usually the mid laner or AD carry. Because think about some Kindred comps. You have Galley mid, but then you have AD carry with engage support or whatever. But yeah, when you have these two things covered, when you have the first two things covered, only then Enchanter is good for your team. If you don't have the frontliner, if you don't have engage, you don't have another consistent backline carry. Because remember, like, you're still a short range champion, right? Like, you want, like, usually in league, you want one higher range champ, one short range champ. Like, you're the shorter range champ in this case, so you need like an Aphelios, a Jinx, like anything along the lines, right? A control mage, whatever the case may be. Once you fill that out, then an Enchanter is really good for your team. Like, that's what people need to understand. Yes, Enchanter is good with Kindred, but my guy can't really play if someone's not starting to fight. And usually if Kindred's starting to fight, like, it's only because like either one, the enemy comp is really bad, like I'm telling you right now, the enemy comp is really bad, or you're so fed out of your mind, which is usually unrealistic a lot of games, right? But of course in solo queue it works, but the higher you go, like, you can't like bank on that. But you know, you could be the superhero. But yeah, you want to cover these things. So you basically want to play for the Raptor camp. It's the easiest camp to play for. Well, okay, it's the best camp to play for, not the, well, it's like the best slash the easiest, like, pretty much. Because when you look at Gromp, like, think about how deep you go in the jungle when you go for certain camps. Think about how deep you have to go for wolves. Like, look at like the people, how they can respond, right? Think about how for Gromp, you know, like, mid laner can come safely, top laner if he's strong can come pinch you on this, and it's like very scary, right? But you can also play it too, right? You can play along like alongside this wall, you know. So it's like, there's definitely ways of playing for them. So hey, let's talk about a little bit actually. So when I play for Gromp, I usually like to play on this spot, because I want to go like this. This is like my exit plan. Like, when you play for your things, you need to have like a good concrete plan on how you're gonna fight it, and then you also have to think about your exit plan. if things go bad. And usually this is just by habit. Like the more you do, you already know your exit plan. Like when I play a lot of things, like I already kind of understand like how I want to exit, right? Like when I play for a red buff, right? Like, I mean, the only way you can exit is like this, or like this. It's simple as that, right? Simple, no? When you play for the card cam now, how are you gonna exit? I mean, one thing, you can go back and forth over the wall. That's a upside about Kindred. You can play the top lane around here and fight to the death. Or you just like, yeah, you just go around mid lane. Like, simple as that, you know? When you play for buffs now, when you play for a buff, right? So, now this one's tricky. Well, not tricky, well, like, it's simple, right? You can go either way, like this. But remember, like, you gotta also think about, like, how do the enemy team connect, right? Like, this guy was gonna go like this, and this guy can go like this or like this. It doesn't matter if they don't have power or not. Like, some people can always move power or not, right? It's the same case for, like, balling. When you play for this Gromp, you have to remember, like, their balling could just come like this. This is one of the hardest camps to kind of invade, unless their balling is hard winning on blue side. But again, like, if your mid laner's winning, I mean, mid laner can still connect. Like, you can still exit like this. You know, you can exit like this. Like, it's still fun. Like, these are, like, exit plans you have to think about. And then also, just think about how you're going to play the fight. Like, who's going to, like, let's say, engage over here. Or, let's say, you know, one way to make the buff invades a lot better, right, is to pull, like, the camp is here, right? You want to pull it right here. You want to make them come deeper into you, right? So, small things, you know, just like how the Raptor camp, you want to pull it right here, so that the enemy jungler needs to walk out like this, you know? Don't do it on top of the camp. Drag the camp out. Same thing for dragons. When you do drags, like, drag it out to the side you want to play towards. Same thing with wolves, drag it out. Gromp, drag it out over here. Like, you can also hide it a lot up against the wall to where the guy has to, like, go like this. You know, like, he has to put himself in where he has to reveal himself for you to do, like, see him. So, yeah. So usually I like to keep playing for Raptor camps and the crab mark. The Gromp I only play for if I think it's very easy to win. So when you do, like, these Kindred things playing for marks, this should naturally improve your tracking. You're improving your tracking skill set naturally when you're trying to play for marks. And one way to consistently know where they start is usually just get a ward on the Raptor camp. There's a ward you can do where if you're scared of getting, like, Raptor into Gromp cheese, it's like over here, I think. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah. Like here. It covers the whole thing, basically. So they can't just, like, you see if they start it, and you can see if they try to, like, or you can see if they try to cheat the ward. Like, some people, like, if you mess up the ward, they would just go like this, and then they will kill you. But yeah, you want to be able to... Oh, I kind of did here too. I mean, it's a bit more to the left. But you can do it in game. You can do, like, normal casting game. Where you can kind of see where you want to ward. But you have to try to consistently get this ward, or even if you can get, like, these wards, it's not bad. But you need to kind of know where the enemy jungle starts. It's very nice, you know? And you can play for it. And of course, like, when you play to invade, let's say, level 2, level 3 invade, then you especially know when camps are going to be spawning. Camps take, what, how long to spawn? 2 minutes, 15 seconds, right? To spawn. So, this is how, like, when someone takes their Gromp, let's say at, like, 3 minutes, or, yeah, like, it's gonna spawn at, like, 5:15, you know, like, you have to, like, kind of remember that. And then you can, like, plan your stuff. Okay, I'm gonna play for this. Like, let's say when you guys do a full clear, so I'm gonna give you guys, like, a hypothetical. One jungler did this full clear, the other jungler did this full clear. Okay, the first camp that's gonna spawn, like, the timer, it will be 6:40. So, one thing you need to remember is that though you start opposite sides, it doesn't mean you can't play for the Raptor camp. One thing you can do as this side jungler, you can go like this. If you don't think you have enough time to do wolves, you just do the Gromp, right? It depends how fast you are on tempo. Good amount of time, you're gonna do like this though. You're gonna do Gromp into his Raptors, you're gonna ward this, get the position. Oh my god. You're gonna get the position here. Right? You're gonna play for this, and then you're gonna fight the guy when you guys meet, and you're gonna play over this Raptor camp with your mid laner. And what do you do after that usually? their jungler's gonna be down in camp. Sometimes he wants to play for his. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna cross like this. And then you're gonna eat this. And now you're already up to camp. And of course, like, your wolves are still up, but like, you can always take this later on. Like, it's fine. You know, you got a camp, you got a mark, you know, cheers. Merry Christmas, right? Another way. You know, let's say your bot is hard winning. You want to play for Gromp. Let's say you're just clearing your camps. Don't touch your Kha'zix. Go mid. Fights, you know, do something mid. And go all the way here with the mid laner. Drop a ward. Drop a ward. Fight for this. Fight for it. You need to be understand. You need to be willing to give up one of your camp tempo to play for enemy camp. You need to understand this. You can't just like greed camps, like do this and then go here. Like sometimes you won't get it in time, or even if you do, like your position might not be great. Like their jungler maybe might have already pulled the camp over here, and like it feels a lot safer for him to take, you know. So you need to be very careful when you play for these camps as Kindred. The crowd camp, yeah, the reason why I like crowd camp a lot is because, like, I mean, you can get like la-di-da-di-da, and just go here, smite it, and then like get out, like literally some Splinter Cell like type shit, you know, like it's like pretty easy, I would say, not a lot. I mean, yeah. Okay, well, what else? Dragon, wolves, Krugs. Okay, wolves is very hard to play for usually, unless like you're very hard winning on that side. Because look how deep you are. Like, I just want you to think, like, it's very deep into jungle, so if you're not confidently stronger, like, usually I would avoid playing for this camp unless I'm like very hard winning in the game. Or let's say you randomly want to fight in the game, and you're like, oh wait, I can go get a wolf camp. You go take that and get out and just go base, you know? Like, think about your tempo always. Think about how much time you have. Tempo means how much time you have. Like, if you're up on tempo, that means you have a lot of free time. You're faster. You're faster, you have a lot of time. If you're down in tempo, you're slower, you have limited time compared to another genre until, like, you can do something, you know? Like, that is just tempo. You need to always think about that. Like, if the Zed clears 15 seconds faster than you do, that means he has 15 seconds more tempo on you. Alright? One way to kind of break that is to invade him. Like, if you guys didn't watch the last video where I talk about Kindred invading, you guys should go check it out on YouTube. But yeah, these are just fundamentals you need to understand and really get it ingrained in your head to, like, kind of snowball the mark game. Because at the end of the day, you don't need more than 4 marks, but like, you need to be able to consistently play for 4 marks. You need to always have a plan of, like, okay, how am I gonna get 4 marks this game? Because your champ is not really like playable unless you get him. Okay, so for people winning, I mean, I should talk about it earlier in the video that, yeah, I'm gonna announce the coaching giveaway. I'm gonna choose, oh my god, I need to fix that. I'm gonna choose someone from the comments from the last video. This was the last video I posted on who won the coaching session. So I'm just gonna choose like a random comment, maybe if I like it, or maybe like random. Oh, what? I need coaching. Yeah, Loki, the I need coaching guy kind of got me, not a lie. Okay, this guy, replay with 2 Ys, 1, 2, 3. Whenever, I mean, I'm just gonna write it here. DM me on Discord. Yeah. Yeah, DM me on Discord. If you watch the video, hoping, I mean, pretty much hoping you do. Yeah, I'll be waiting for your message, and I'll probably do this coaching session and upload it to YouTube. So yeah, don't worry guys, I'll use some coaching content. If you guys also want to see like Patreon review examples that I do for my Patreon, let me know. I can like, usually they're in like the reviews are a range of like 10 to 20 minutes on average. So you guys want to have like a video where I have like 3 different Patreon reviews in there, and you guys kind of want to see like what I do on the Patreon, you know, let me know, comments below. But otherwise, you know, thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace guys.